Hi there. Today I thought I would do a makeup video because I've not really done any makeup videos, and this morning I had one of those mornings where I completely ran out of time and I needed to do my makeup super fast in a space of sort of less than 5 minutes to be able to get out the door and do the school run. So I thought it might be something that might be useful to a few of you, so I thought I'd do a makeup video. Now I have probably got 4 or 5 products that I'm going to use. As a matter of routine, excuse me, whenever I get out of the shower in the morning, I always moisturize at that point. So that means that moisturizer has time to soak into my skin, do its job while I'm getting dressed, drying my hair, before I put my makeup on. So that's the first tip for you. I use just a normal sort of day cream, and then I use an eye cream around the eye area because I have quite, well, it's something you should do anyway, but I've always done that because I have very sort of dark circles under my eyes. Now, so the first thing I would do on a super fast makeup routine is pop a bit of foundation on. You might want to use a tinted moisturizer. It might not be, you might find foundation a bit heavy. The Colour Me Beautiful foundation is quite a light coverage, and I like a sort of a fuller coverage, so I use a number 7 foundation. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to time it, because I always think this is really fast makeup routine, only takes me a few minutes, but interesting to see how long it actually takes. So I'm just going to set the timer. Now the first thing I do, if I'm just doing a super fast makeup routine, is I'll pop my foundation on straight away. So like I say, I have moisturized. Now I'll sort of tend to put, it's a bit difficult with the reflection from the window, but put a bit foundation on in those areas, and then blend it as fast as I can. So I use my fingers. You might want to use a sponge or a brush, but I am going for the quick method that I like to use. Now, obviously, when I do your makeup as part of a colour consultation, I would not use my fingers to blend your foundation in. I would use a makeup sponge. But it is just, personal preference how you like to blend your foundation in. So that's the foundation. Now, my dark circles, I mean, sitting in this position here in front of the window with the light on me does do wonders for my skin and all my little blemishes, but I do have dark circles. Now I do have this product, it's another number 7 product called Luminous dark circle concealer, but any kind of concealer will work for most people. I need a sort of a specific dark circle one just to brighten that area there. Most of you probably wouldn't find you need to do this extra step. Okay, so that is that. Now the next thing I need to do is eyebrows. So quickly do eyebrows. Do you remember the days when we didn't even know about our eyebrows? Well, I didn't anyway, years ago. Found a photograph the other day. Yeah, when I clearly had no idea about eyebrows. So just give them a quick brush through like that, and then depending on what you want to use, I use an eyeshadow. My compact, this one here, called Mocha, and just quickly run that through my brows, just sort of through the more sparse areas, just to give them a little bit of definition. The CMB blonde eyebrow pencil works for a lot of people, but if you've got darker brows like mine, it's a little bit too light. So I like their Mocha eyeshadow the brush like this, and that just sort of, that's a better colour for me. So considering we are in a hurry, that will be fine. Now, cream blush. Cream blush is a great product to use when you're in a rush, because you can just pop a bit on your cheeks like that. You want to go sort of from the apples and just sort of blend it up like that. You could use a powder blush. I vary really. In the summer I tend to use the cream blush because I think it just gives you that sort of dewy look. Sometimes I use a powder blush. So that's a nice, just a little bit of colour. Check in the mirror that that's, yeah. And then that blush can double up as a lipstick. Like that. And we're in a real hurry. Okay. And then the last thing, well, second to last thing, I might not even bother with this step. I didn't bother with this step this morning because I was really rushing. But just as basic sort of a lightest eyeshadow, just sort of sweep that across. It just kind of evens out that eyelid. Just gives that a little bit there. And then the last step, might not even have time for this, but I always just spend a few seconds with the eyelash curlers. Not something I ever used to do actually. It's a fairly recent thing for me. And then pop a bit of mascara on. So this one is navy. It's a CMB one. And that has taken 5 minutes. And it, hopefully you can see that that is just a really nice basic look, and makes me presentable to go out into the outside world and yeah, give it a try. Yeah, so it was 5 minutes. I actually thought it might be a bit shorter than that. It probably would be a little bit shorter if I wasn't sort of, you know, if it was in my normal mirror and not sort of fucking about trying to see through, see with the little mirror. It might take me a little bit less time, but hopefully that helps. Yeah, give it a try. Bye for now.